Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where we were just dealt quite a setback at the end of the last episode. I am now back at my safe house rather than being in Desolation Point where I'm supposed to be. I am tired, I am thirsty, I am hungry, I am cold, and I generally don't have tools, which is why we need to go to Desolation Point. But right now we can't go to Desolation Point because there are two wolves. Two very, very mean-looking wolves. Our hypothermia risk is nice and high at the moment. So really what I need to do above all else right now is let's get some food. We don't have very many cattail stalks left at all. So this is just going to kind of keep our calorie meter up a little bit. We have churned through those quickly. It's painful to look at. Let's go ahead and eat this granola bar as well. Okay. And then go ahead and sleep. Now, we've got 8 hours daylight left. What I'm going to do is sleep for 4. We're going to recover a little bit of condition, but before this day is up, I would actually like to pay a visit. Oh, of course. Of course. All right, let's see if those question marks mean fog or a storm. I might just mean fog. But yeah, I would like to pay a visit to the deer carcass that is out on the lake. Now, we have a hacksaw with us. That's enough to harvest the deer. Now, the only problem is, in terms of fire, look at that. I have 5 matches. I've been receiving so many comments about, strategic fires and doing all these different things with fires, and it's like, I have 5 matches. 5. Can't really do anything fire-wise if I'm not careful. But there is one fire that's really important that I'm going to try and light. And it is the fire that I can light on this deer carcass in order to get some additional... And check under this boat real quick, because I heard that you can actually get that there might actually be supplies in boats, but apparently not that one. But yeah, if I can light a fire by this deer carcass and thaw it out, it feels like 31 degrees, so we're not even that cold right now, thankfully. Frozen deer carcass, only 2.3 pounds of meat. That's disappointing, but that's still going to be a lot of calories, and we can still get the hide and the guts if we can thaw this thing out. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to put a fire... Oh, I saw a green there a second ago. Come on. Alright, fine. That's close enough. Actually, wait. That seemed like might have been even a little bit too close. There we go. Alright. I guess we can light one of our books just to make sure that we don't mess this up. 80% chance is better than a 60% chance. So we're going to start this fire. Unfortunately, this fire is wide out in the open, so if any wind does come in, we could be in trouble. But all we really need is for this fire to stay burning long enough. I'm talking about it like it's a light bulb. Need for it to stay burning long enough to thaw out this corpse. All right, it seems like we had luck with our 80% starting chance, which is usually what you'd expect. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Okay, now let's go ahead and get some cedar firewood added to that. I'm just going to add a couple of sticks to increase its duration. Now, let's go ahead and make some reishi mushroom tea. So we are plenty warm right now, thankfully. I don't hear any wind coming in, which is nice, and the fire is going, well, straight up, indicating no wind. What was I going to look at? Yeah, that's right. Hey, where's my tea? Oh yeah, that's right, it's over here. Let's drink that. Get some calories out of that, at least. And we'll get a warmth bonus as well. We're warming up, due to the fact that we just drank something nice and warm. So, how are we looking at here? We're about 78% frozen. We need that to go all the way down, of course, to 0. We have an hour, so we need to just hang out for a bit. The fire should keep us safe from any woodland friends that might decide they want to come visit us. While we're here, I might as well get some more water out of this fire. Let's go ahead and melt some snow. We do need more water, definitely. So if I melt this, and then boil it, 2.5 pounds of meat, less than 2.5 pounds of meat is not going to be a lot of calories, but it could be enough to kind of give us the breathing room that we need. All right, 36% frozen. So at this point, if we use the hacksaw, we could be done with all this in 2 hours, 15 minutes. That's not good enough for me. I want this to thaw all the way out so I can get this as fast as possible. Again, once we have knives and, well, I don't think a hatchet would make a difference. Oh, the fog is clearing. Very nice. Once we have knives, then, and just better tools, then we'll be able to do stuff like this even faster. Okay, I actually want this to burn a little bit longer. So tell you what, we don't really need the Frontier Shooting Guide because, well, I'll save that for starting a fire. But I'm going to go ahead and add some of these sticks to the fire. That's going to give it another 46 minutes. 2 hours daylight left. So if we harvest this, and it takes us any decent amount of time, we're basically going to be out here until nightfall. Really just to get a little bit of extra food to live on. We have some guts curing a little further down the zone, but I want to try and get the guts out of this guy, because additional guts right nearby would be even better. I can always go get the ones. I mean, I put them down so they could start curing and we wouldn't waste any time on them, but they are in the opposite direction of the way we need to be going. So I would much rather go ahead and have these guts. 36 minutes left on the campfire. The carcass is now only 19% frozen. Let's have another look at the times. They haven't changed. Still 2 hours, 15 minutes. We could use no tool, and it would be done in 2 hours, 31 minutes. It's almost like, I don't know. I'll be curious to see if once it's all the way thawed, I'll be curious to see if the times change anymore. I would think they would, just on principle. Alright, this campfire is going to be lit long enough now. I'm glad we got that water. That was much needed. How much water do we have now? 0.45 gallons. Still not a lot, but it's better than where we were. 11% frozen. 2 hours daylight left again. The crows being noisy up above. I actually don't see any wildlife. I don't see a bear. I don't see a wolf. I'm not complaining. Not complaining in the slightest, but I don't see anything. Right as I say that, I hear a wolf howl. Okay, great. Alright, it would take 2 hours, 15 minutes. And of course, the other thing is, we would have to light another fire to cook the meat. So that's another match gone. We're down to 4 matches. I need more matches. By the way, someone pointed out that the heavy hammer doesn't spawn in Desolation Point anymore. I actually found it. I can't quite remember where I found it in the Interloper miniseries that I did. But I feel like I didn't have to go that far out of my way. So that's why I haven't worried about it too much yet. Could be famous last words. Literally. But, alright, now it's completely thawed out. Let's see if we have a little bit better on the time. Doesn't really seem like the time... Nope, time hasn't changed at all. We've actually been wasting time here. Alright, let's go ahead and just harvest this. We're going to get real cold. Yep. Getting cold. Alright, burned out the campfire.
Alright, I can't feel my feet.
Alright, thankfully, we actually didn't suffer too much from any of that, so let's come inside. We're going to drop the hide and the guts and let them start curing. Once the guts are cured... Crap. Didn't even know where the wolf was, but I just wanted to dart inside while I could. Okay, so once the guts are cured, we will be able to make fishing line, which will be a very welcome addition to our arsenal. All right, let's go ahead and drop that over here, and we're going to drop the hide just in a different spot. There we go. Now we do have some meat. I could eat it raw if I didn't want to light a fire, which is an option. But it's not exactly a very encouraging thought, truth be told. There have been so many instances so far of me missing little things in this series that it makes me want to just like stop and look around one more time. I think on average I've missed less in this series than I've missed in the past, but I've still managed to miss a few things hidden in corners that people have pointed out. Either that, or I just have more people watching and commenting and pointing out my mistakes. It's good either way. Alright, so pretty thirsty, pretty hungry. I mean, I really don't want to have to do this, but it just seems like we have some cedar firewood, so I could light a fire that was enough to cook the meat. And I'd be down to 3 matches. It's the long dark. Let's take stupid risks. Because video games.
Come on, little fire.
No, this is a sensible thing to do right now. It's risky, but at the same time, we need the calories to get us through another day or two. And then maybe we can make another shot for Desolation Point, and the wolves will be in a different spot. Because they are in the transition zone pretty much universally. Let's go ahead and add that cedar firewood. Yeah, they're in the transition zone pretty much universally, but they can be in a different spot. They can be way away from where we initially encountered them to where they're not even in our way. So that's what I'm going to try and go for. Okay, let me go ahead and make some rosehip tea.
Oh, I could eat anything right now.
I know that we are literally about to tackle that. We've had this conversation many times, and yet I have a feeling we will continue to have it. Rosehip tea, anti-inflammatory, so it's a painkiller. Again, I have not messed around with reishi or rosehip tea as much in any of my playthroughs, on YouTube or off YouTube. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and eat all of this. Yeah. Oh my god. That barely helped us, all things considered. We pretty much have to go for Desolation Point in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and just eat the rest of these cattail stalks. And then I'm going to sleep. And in the morning, we are going to set out for Desolation Point and again, see if we can have better luck. The other good thing about getting to Desolation Point is that we will have additional places to scavenge and maybe be able to find additional items. All right, so 8 hours darkness left. We're plenty tired. Let's go ahead and sleep. 8 hours. Thankfully, we're going to recover lots of condition from this little... Just kidding, we're going to wake up fully rested. Because that's the way the game likes to torture me. And we're almost out of water, too. 2 hours darkness left, and it sounds like bad weather coming in. This is not looking good. We need weather to be clear so that we can do things in the morning. How is our clothing looking? Tell you what, let's go ahead and... Oh, requires light to break down curtains. Really? Really? Okay. I need light to rip down a curtain. That's cute. Okay, there's that. And there's that. Let's go ahead and extinguish the lantern. Extinguish, rather, the lantern. And can we sleep for 1 hour? Nope. Can we pass time for 1 hour? Please don't turn to question marks. I would be so upset. Alright, now sleep for 1 hour. So it's officially morning. The weather does not sound good. That's unfortunate. I mean, I still think that we should try to make it. It's just if the weather's crappy. Well, let's take a peek outside. Let's see just how bad it is. It's probably going to be awful. And it's morning, so it's going to be bloody cold. Son of a... Ooh, man. For some reason, I guess the wind was blowing in my face again. I could not get around that wolf. So yeah, I didn't know where he's coming from, so I decided to come back. Plus, it felt like negative 13, so that was not exactly what you would call traveling weather. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we're out of cattail stalks. Holy crap, I have no food. I have no food. So I pretty much have to... Tell you what, let's repair some of our clothing while we're awake. Alright, that's taken care of. So we want to get all this stuff in. Okay, good. The weather seems to be improving. And the wildlife has been brutal. Okay, let's go ahead and repair these socks. Yes, I know that I had a second pair of wool socks. And I could have worn 2 pairs of wool socks, and I didn't. And I know that probably drove a bunch of people crazy. It drives me crazy too. As I told a commenter, I think I inceptioned myself into thinking that I could not wear 2 pair. My mistake. Alright, I think this could be the last of our water. Which puts us in a... Now, it's not the last of our water, which is good. But now I need to step outside, and hopefully there will not be a wolf. There seems to be... There are wolves just circling nearby. We need to make our way towards Desolation Point. And if we don't make it this time, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. I don't see any wildlife. We're going to head straight this direction. Feels like 12 degrees, so it could be warmer. But our hunger meter is about 1/3 full, 900 calories. Not the worst situation to be in. The snow is going away, and there's no wind. I feel like the temperature just dropped a bit, though. Because I feel like I just said it felt like 13 degrees, now it feels like 11. So it could be one of those really, really still cold days setting in. But yeah, we're going to head this direction and see what happens when we knock on Desolation Point's door again. Again, it's actually a fairly large transition zone, so the wolves can be in a completely different section of it, and it's possible to get by them without even seeing them. 12 degrees. Okay, it's actually warming up. Nice. Oh, hey, Bear. How's it going? Right there in the middle of the screen. Okay, we are halfway chilled. We've got to keep moving. I could run a little bit here. I guess I will. It doesn't tire you out as much to run in the current version of the Long Dark. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna dip in here onto the road. because there's always the chance that a wolf could be back by the housing area there. I really wish all those houses weren't burned out. We've been dealt a bad hand in terms of the number of houses that have been burned out this game. I'm really hoping that there is just one measly food item in the basement when we get there as well. Trying to look for wolves as I pass. I don't think there are any. Alright. Let's keep moving. Again, gonna try and sprint when I can. It's not wearing me out too much. Definitely need to get inside. Okay.
Oh, sure, I'm getting cold.
I know. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, we're going to try this again. Take 2. If take 2 fails, again, we're going to have problems. Especially because it is, I mean, we are at risk for hypothermia right now. Well, actually, no, not right now, but we are just about to be. So, perfect situation would be the ability to get to the basement.
Oh, it's goddamn crazy.
Alright, so we are officially at risk for hypothermia. Yeah, best case scenario would be the ability to get to the basement, and for the basement to have one minor food item. I mean, any item that we find in the basement would be nice, but food in particular would be welcomed. Okay. I don't see any wolves on the road. And the thing is, the basement is not far. We were so close before. Wolf. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, we're gonna have to go around the long way here. Because at the end of the day, I've got to get into the mine. I want to get into that basement, but at the end of the day, we've got to get to Desolation Point. That's our goal. So we're going to go around this way. I don't like it. It's not good. We could run into another wolf. If we ran into the other wolf here, that would just be the ultimate slap in the face from the game. From Interloper mode in particular. There's something up there. There's a corpse. Wish I could get to it. I just don't have time. Okay, I don't see another wolf. Alright, so we're at the arch. With any luck, we can make it. We still don't have any food, and we're at risk for hypothermia. So in no way is there an argument for us being in a good position right now. But at least, we are getting close to Desolation Point. If one of the wolves is up here and to our right, however, then that's going to be bad news bears. No pun intended. We can walk through that. That's good and bad. Good in that we can get through it. Bad in that it's kind of gamey and glitchy. Alright, I'm going to pop into this truck real quick and see if they have anything here. Anything in the bed of the truck? No. Anything in the glove box? Please give me a food item. Nope, nothing. Okay, nothing in the truck. Let's keep moving. Unfortunately, we were not able to visit the basement. I know what you're thinking. We should have gone around last time, but I was really determined to get in there to the basement. Let's get these reishi mushrooms while we have the opportunity. Okay. Now let's get inside. Okay, we have left the crumbling highway. We are officially in the mines. And there's always a chance we could discover things in here the same way we could have found things in the basement, so it's not the worst. Especially if we find a food item. We're not starving yet. Thankfully. Okay, so nothing in those lockers. I will go ahead and cut this episode here, and in the next one, we're going to make our way through the mines and see where Desolation Point leads us as far as, well, providing the heavy hammer. We're going to pick up as much coal as we can while we're here in the mines, and then try and, again, if we can find the hammer, we will have the ability to make some basic tools, and then we will be in business for the rest of the series. But I will go ahead and stop this one here. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New survival, science fiction, and or simulation videos air daily at 6 p.m. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.